Hey there, guys. This is Corey Redgrift, and today is the day some of you have waited for a long time. Yes, this is going to be the tutorial for Damned, the Call of Duty Black Ops Nazi Zombie Lobby song. So, here we go. The most important thing to learn about this piece is that main figure. How is that main figure played? So, I'm going to show you. Basically, slowly, it's this. That's the pattern right there. Now, where this pattern is derived from is a pattern that has just eighth notes. It comes from this. This is the simple pattern. You probably see some people play it this way, but this isn't really correct. But what you've got to do, if these are eighth notes, you know, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and Goldie, come on. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you gotta add 16th notes in between each of these notes. So basically, what you've got to do is you now have to take the note you play. When you play the second note, before you go to the next note, you have to play the note before it in between as a 16th note. Brain explosion. But essentially it becomes... That's the pattern. So once you add that up together, you know, once you understand, oh, this is the pattern, you can then play it together and it will end up getting those doubled notes is tough. Basically, whenever the top note changes, you're going to have a doubled note down there just because of the way the pattern is. So I've showed you the first pattern. Now we're going to go to the G minor section. The G minor section is, again, the same thing. Starts off with this. If you decide to continue, you know, eventually I'll play the part slowly, but it becomes... I'll do the bridge into it, too, because I forgot about that part. The part's slightly different, too. So I'll do the end of the first section leading into that. And it becomes... So once again, that's... And then... Now a little bit different here. So I'm going to do that transition into that G minor major 7 sort of thing. And I'll do it right one more time. The doubled note is not the same. That's the thing you have to realize here. Usually it is the same, but not here. And so there you go. So now I'll do this next section here. And this section is a little tricky because it's counted, I counted at least, completely differently than the rest of the piece. The rest of the piece is in 4. This part of the piece arguably still is in 4, but if you count it in 4 while you're playing it, your brain is going to explode. It doesn't make sense. The time signature is really whack on this. I always make fun of Kevin for it, but honestly, it's amazing, and I don't understand how he came up with it, but he did it, and it's awesome. So... I'm going to continue, and I'm going to show you how to count it. Basically, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you're back at the beginning. So once again, the rest of the pieces in 4, I sort of count each of those 3 groups as one, because if you try to count it in 4, it's just, no, just don't do it. If you want to do a BM, I guess, it's just a pain. So once again, I'll do that part. 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there you go. That is essentially the whole main figure pattern for the entire piece. That is the hardest part to do. Obviously, there's the main melody too that is played. I guess I could show you that, even though that isn't really that difficult to figure out, but... And then again. So there you go there. Now, if you want to learn the left hand that I played along with this, I can show you that as well. Basically, my arpeggiations are just root, fifth, root. I always add the 9 because 9s are amazing. And it's basically a pattern like that. So it's root 5, root 9, third, 5 roots. And then again. And then a little Lydian line leading into the flat 6. On the 9 and then down to A minor. So that's the first part that I play. That's it. And then the same thing's going to happen for the G minor section. It's going to go. Back to the E minor. Now here it's a little bit weird. Yes, that's a minor major 7 chord arpeggio. So that's cool chord. But yeah, minor major 7s are awesome. Difficult to use, but very cool. And then it just, the arpeggiation that I played for the other part is just... just over and over again, you know, so it's... But eventually, you know, you'll have the whole thing. Oh, and my ending is just... just whatever. Mess around with a E minor Aeolian scale going up, prioritizing 7ths and 9ths. Don't play the 6th. Because that's what tells people whether it's Aeolian or Dorian. It's best to leave it ambiguous if you don't want it to end a certain way. Because if you add a 6... uh-oh. Now it sounds like minor. But if you add a natural 6... now it sounds like Dorian. So if you just leave it out... whatever. Sounds fine. So this whole concept of going from G minor to E minor is actually very commonly used in music. Minor transitions, minor thirds away are very commonly used and are actually from the same thing. Going from E minor to G minor is the same exact thing as going from G major to G minor. It's just with a different root. Because E minor is the same thing as G major, functionally speaking. They're obviously not the same chord. And then G minor is the same thing as, you know, G minor or B flat. That's where you get chords of tritone away too. You know, you can get E minor 7. Whoa, what is that? That's so weird. It's tritone away. No, it's just anyways, I mean, does this sound familiar to anybody, you know? How does that go? Yeah, that's right. Right? And then where does it go from G minor? E minor. So as you can see, this concept of changing keys like that, it's actually used quite a bit in music. There you go, guys. That was the explanation for Damned. I hope you were able to get a better grasp of the piece through that. If you have any other questions or anything you want to ask me, just leave a comment or whatever. Send me a message and I can try and help you as best as I can. And once again, thanks for watching and have a great day.